Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched a sharp attack on the Mamata Banerjee-led Trinamool Congress government in West Bengal, accusing it of being quote-unquote heartless and cruel and of looting public money meant for the poor. Addressing a public rally, the Prime Minister alleged that the TMC government has systematically blocked central welfare funds from reaching the people of Bengal, depriving beneficiaries of schemes meant for their upliftment. Sounding the poll bugle ahead of the 2026 West Bengal Assembly elections, Prime Minister Modi also unveiled a new slogan for the BJP, Paltano, darkar, BJP sarkar, that translates to change is needed, we want a BJP government. The Prime Minister said the BJP is determined to end what he called 15 years of misrule under the Trinamool Congress and bring transparent governance and development to the state.
एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती घुसपैठ की है। आप देखिए, दुनिया के जो विकसित देश है, समृद्ध देश है, जहां पैसों की कोई कमी नहीं है, वो भी अपने यहां से घुसपैठियों को निकाल रहे हैं। पश्चिम बंगाल में भी बहुत जरूरी है कि घुसपैठियों को बाहर किया जाए। ये घुसपैठियों को बाहर निकालना चाहिए कि नहीं निकालना चाहिए? पलटानो दौड़कर, पलटानो दौड़कर, पलटानो दौड़कर, Paltano darkar, Paltano darkar, Paltano darkar.
Let's take this chat forward. Author and senior journalist Subir Bhaumik is joining us here on the broadcast. Mr. Bhaumik, thank you so much for speaking to News 9. Paltano darkar, BJP sarkar. This is Prime Minister's slogan for elections, the upcoming elections in the state of West Bengal. According to you, how impactful this one is going to be, and also looking at the series of incidents that have transpired today?
Well, this is a slogan which BJP is expected to give, so people are not terribly surprised, because the pitch of BJP in this election has been, and that's the vibe we have got from their propaganda on ground, is that Bengal has seen Congress government, Bengal in the past has seen CPIM-led left front government, and now for 15 years Trinamool government. So give us a chance. Bengal needs an alternative desperately. And the three major thrust of Modi's attack on the TMC has been corruption of Trinamool Congress, their leading functionaries. This does cut some ice because of, Partho Chatterjee, the education minister, going behind bars some time back and now being released on serious accusations of, job for money for bribes for job scam and all that. So corruption is plank one for attacking Trinamool. Second is they're talking of development, and all this, inauguration of various trains are supposed to be substantiating that, though BJP is yet to come up with a definite plan for industrialization of Bengal if they were to be voted to power. So that's something still work in progress. We really don't know what they're going to do with some of the definitive investment proposals that has been generated regarding Bengal so far. That's one. That's number two. And the third thing they are making a pitch for is ghuspat, infiltration. Now, this, to an extent, in my opinion, may backfire because of the ongoing harassment of a large number of people, in the special intensive revision. And this may actually play into the allegations of Trinamool Congress that every Bengali here has been suspected of being a Bangladeshi, and therefore this ghuspat rhetoric. Even Amartya Sen, the Nobel laureate, has been served hearing notice. I had to go and stand in for 3 hours in the queue to prove that I'm an Indian voter. I'm not exactly a Bangladeshi. And former police commissioner of Calcutta, Prasoon Mukherjee. So, this whole thing about special intensive revision, which links up to the BJP's Ghuspat pitch, that infiltrators must be thrown out. This may actually end up, in my opinion, but it could not be so as well, but this is my opinion, it could actually play into this whole Trinamool's allegation-driven rhetoric that, this very Bengali victimhood kind of politics that Trinamool has developed over the years, that every Bengali is being suspected of being a Bangladeshi. And here, this whole violence, the pictures you were showing at Beldanga in Murshidabad, the violence that started after a Bengali migrant worker was found dead in Jharkhand. Now, all this narrative works together that in BJP ruled states, Bengalis are being targeted on suspicion of being Bangladeshis, and even Bengalis in West Bengal are having to face a lot of harassment because of this confusing way that this special intensive revision has been done. And so of these three pitches, the development pitch, well, it's sort of promises made, usual stuff, elections. Voters here will say, let's see what happens when they come to power. One big problem that the BJP faces here, and this whole campaign, it's a bit presidential in a way. You know what I mean? I mean, Modi is projected as the face of the BJP here. They need to project to counter Mamata Banerjee some kind of a local level replacement. When Mamata was projected by the Trinamool Congress as the alternative to the CPM, that she is someone who can replace Buddhadev Bhattacharya as chief minister. Now, here people in Bengal who are intensely political are going to ask, Modi is not going to run Bengal. Who is your leader here? There are 3-4 leaders who are projected. The party president, Shamik Bhattacharya, leader of opposition, Suvendu Adhikari, union minister, Sukanto Majumdar, last but not the least, someone who is very considered to be a heavyweight, Dilip Ghosh, who is a former party president. So a number of leaders are swinging around, and therefore it's not very clear who is going to be the local face, of the BJP in this whole campaign, which is being launched with quite a lot of thrust, especially social media activities and all that. So these are the plus and minus, you see. I mean, the corruption thing does cut some ice with the people here because they've seen it happening. The development thrust, people will say, well, let's see. These are usual promises made.
Right.
On this Ghuspat thing, infiltration, it may actually end up bit backfire because of the harassment a lot of people have faced, in this whole campaign. And you look at the local papers here, headlining the story, and especially Bengali papers here. One very important thing you have to understand, the vernacular press is very important in Bengal. Anand Bazar Patrika and some of these Bengali papers sell much, much more than English papers. Certainly Hindi papers are not to be seen. So here the headlines are, Amartya Sen has also been served with, hearing notice. He has his brother, who is 80 plus, has to go and cousin brother has to go and stand in a queue for 3-4 hours in this kind of winter, to justify that Amartya Sen is an Indian voter. So, these things, Bengalis are an emotional people. People say, hi, Amartya Sen ko line e dada to chamre. Amartya Sen's people have to stand in line. This whole Ghuspat thing may it may work very well in Assam, but in Bengal, this may backfire a bit on the BJP.
Absolutely, Mr. Bhaumik, and only time is going to tell us. Prime Minister has already sounded off the poll bugle. We will continue to track more steamy updates coming in straight from battleground West Bengal. But thank you so much for speaking to News 9 and sharing your perspective with our viewers.